What's up, guys? I'm Nick, and this is Build Dad Build. And how dare anyone come into my shop and say something's indestructible? If there's one thing we do well here at Build Dad Build, it's break shit. That's right, guys. The folks over at Indestructible Shoe, the original Indestructible Shoe, reached out and they said they want me to try to destroy these shoes. I don't think they know who they're talking to, but I said sure. So let's check them out. All right, and yes, I got them in pink. And the reason I got them in pink is because I know somebody in the comments is just gonna be so pissed that I'm wearing pink shoes. Why you gotta hate pink, man? I've actually been wearing these for the last couple of days, and one thing I have to say is they're super comfortable. I had another pair of these a while back that, man, I put them on and they were just, oh, they were so uncomfortable. There's like no arch support or anything in them. These definitely feel better on the feetsies. And the other problem I had with the other pair that I had was the toe, because these are steel toed. Well, some sort of composite toe. There's a hard toe in there. The toes on my other one were so heavy that whenever I would lift my foot up, it just was kind of uncomfortable, like your toes would drop. I didn't feel that in these, and then check these out. So these are super bendy. Aside from the hard toe, they're flexible and they feel better on your feet. My prior go-tos before these for protecting the tootsies were these. So I live in Texas, I live in Houston, and it gets hot here. So man, having like a high top or whatever you want to call these, a boot on, even the shot in the summer is just hot, man. So what do? I don't wear these as much as I should because I'm used to wearing running shoes. I do a lot of running. I like the low profile. I like the light shoes. So these compared to these are amazing. Now, one thing that these guys did that I think is kind of cool is since I do run a lot, I have these stretchy laces to where I can just slip my shoes on. They have them as well. So they have, here, let me get you over here a little bit. Woohoo! Let's get you under the ugly lights. These laces are stretchy, so you put them on, you kind of get them where you want. You tighten this down right here with this guy, and then you can just slip them on and off. Like you don't have to untie them, which is nice. If that is not your thing, they also come with laces. We're gonna mainly focus on the toe and the bottom of this thing for the most part, because I feel like that's in line with other steel-toe shoes. I mean, obviously,
we're gonna light them on fire.
I think a whole lot of steel-toe shoes would stand up to fire either. What we're gonna do is we're gonna run these through some real life scenarios first, and then we're gonna go Build Dad Build on them. Now let's get to work. So at the end of this video, if you think you like these shoes still, because so far to me, day in to day out, they're very pleasant. But if you follow the link below and you use code NCKV10, you can get 10% off your purchase. All right, guys, I'm sure you've seen this test before. Just stand on there. And I watched some other guys do this, and it is harder to stand on one foot than I thought. Everyone was saying that they were putting their full body weight on, but they always had their other foot on the floor. I think with the help of the support of the light there that we did get in there. Okay, so here's the thing that I saw other guys say, and this is kind of a trip, man. So I felt those going into the bottom of this, but as I look, I don't see any holes. I could feel it pushing in, but I couldn't feel it penetrating. And we all know what we're looking for right now, guys.
Some penetration.
I have a question here too, because I don't know if you guys know, but when the guys lay on the beds of spikes and whatever, it's the disbursement over a large surface area is why they don't just like. So what happens if you just put a single one on there? And I'm a little afraid to do this with my foot in it, just in case. So I figured, here, let's try this. Right there. All right, so that, over here, get a better camera angle on it. You can see, okay, the point is inside there. So, hold on. All right, but I see like a little tiny thing right here.
Hey, that's what she said.
All right, one more time. Give it black. Okay, so, I don't know if you saw that, but we've gone all the way through. There we go. With pressure on one, it goes right through. Let's try it on a bunch. Let's see what happens, if I can get it off. All right. So just for this guy, we'll get out the power sledge, you know, the power driver. All right, let's see. Okay, so wait. I got one. This one right here is poking through the sole. Little niblet. See those two little blue dots? Like right next to that's the head, to the right is the head of the nail. So stepping on nails, okay. Jumping on them, would not suggest. So I don't know if you guys know, but there is some small bones in your foot that if they get hit the right way, will cause you great amounts of pain. So this is not a hard-boiled egg, this is an actual egg. Just might drop on your foot, right? So hammer. All right. So to be perfectly fair, the egg doesn't quite fit all the way down into the toe, so it's kind of overlapping. So I think it just kind of came down and smushed it out, but now I got a shoe full of egg. Oh. All right, guess I'm not putting that one back on. I will say no deformation to the actual toe piece. And I do know that your foot does have a little bit of resiliency, and that flex probably would have helped you out. So let's check out like just a little mini slide, a little power hammer. So let's get something a little heavier. Let's get something still realistic though, right? Like a brick. So I'm thinking like brick or, you know, like 2x4 or something like that. See, that bounce back up tells me that it's absorbing a lot of the impact. So, and these bricks normally just shatter. That's surprising. Let's try something a little bit more devastating. Ooh. GoPro down, GoPro down. Let's be honest, if you drop a cinder block on your foot and you're not wearing steel-toed shoes, you're gonna be in a world of pain. So I'm gonna say that toe is at least going to save you probably a trip to the emergency room. You're probably a little bit more bruised and whatnot, but probably not broken. Okay, so the only other real world situation that I could really come up with off the top of my head that you would do with these shoes is like if somebody ran over your foot. I am a one-man show, so I don't have anybody to drive the car over my foot. But I have seen several other videos where they drive over the foot and the foot is just fine. So I think now it's time to step it up a notch. All right, let's go with the softer side first. All right, let's try this again. No deformity in the toe, though. Oh, he wants that. Oops, we sliced that off. Ooh, wow. I went right next to the toe. Chopped all the way through it, though. Ooh. So inside there's like kind of a honeycomb type situation. And then some padding underneath it. All right, let's get into that one more time. Can't believe I missed. It's been a long time since I swung an axe. All right. All right, dead on. Okay, check this out. Let me find it. Right there. That is like a dent that's kind of like scraped into the metal, but not really that deformed. I'd stick my hands in there, but I don't want to. But I would say that your toes are probably still a little safe from that. So that's pretty impressive. And you know, this one right here, he definitely lost a pinky toe on that one.
Oh, now you're gonna shoot me in my pinky toe.
So let's see if we can get through its candy-coated outer layer. I'm gonna say the angle grinder won that one. Maybe if you just kind of glanced it off there, but I mean, it cuts right through that. Now, what do we expect? I mean, that's what that angle grinder is supposed to do, right? But I would say destructible. I know. You guys are like,
Set it on fire already.
but what I want to know is one of these torches that you peasants have good enough, or do we have to bring out the real torches? Fire in the hole. All right, so that held up surprisingly well to the flame. And it was pretty noxious. So I'm wearing my face mask for this one. Time to make it extra stanky.
Let's put a little stank on it.
All right, guys, challenge accepted. Challenge completed. I still can destroy everything. All right, guys, thanks for sticking around to the end of the episode. If you want to see me destroy more stuff like this, leave a comment down below. Of course, I have to find some companies that want to send me stuff to destroy, but all the same, let me know in the comments down below. And speaking of sticking around to the end of the show, I just want to say thanks to all of my patrons. You guys are the loves of my life, the swelling in my loins as I create and edit a video. You are the light to my darkness. But you know I love even more my top tier patrons. That's right, the Boilermaker patrons, Stephen Mann, Eric Weiss, Chuck Faulkner, Derek Coates, Puffy Muffins, Zach Z, Jim Carter, and Andy the Viking. Whiskey to you. All right, guys, now back to the shoes. Are they indestructible?
That's a big hell no good, buddy.
But I tell you what, they held up surprisingly well to like everyday stuff, because mainly you want a pair of shoes that's going to stop something if you drop it on your foot or if you step on a nail. Everything else is just kind of like bonus. So I would say for the weight of these, the fact that they're super lightweight and they breathe, it doesn't feel like you're wearing a pair of work boots. If you're not like on a job site, these are probably a pretty good thing for like if you're in the shop, a woodworker, maybe you're like part-time DIY guy, something like that. Just something to protect the toes. And you're also going to talk about price point. $80, whereas a good pair of work boots, a good pair of steel-toe work boots are going to run you about $150, $200. So not a bad deal for who they're marketed to. I wouldn't suggest walking through fire with them, but like who does that on a regular basis? That they held up to some of the torture tests better than I thought, because even like being able to hammer a nail through the bottom, that would mean that you're jumping up and down on nails. You deserve that to go through your foot at some point. But even in the beginning, when it's just that one nail went through the sole, I mean, it only went through a little bit. If you didn't have any sort of protection on your heels, that probably would have gone all the way through your foot. All in all, I gotta say, I think they're actually a pretty good deal. And like I said, they look like sneakers. Yeah, I said sneakers. So I like the style of them better too. Oh yeah, guys, so I just want to mention that they did not pay me to do this to their shoes. They sent me out a pair and they said if I destroyed them and made a video, they would send me out another pair. So that being said, I am kind of stoked because I did enjoy wearing these before I destroyed them. Just want to put it out there to you dorks. Here's to you, Indestructible shoes.
Here's to you, buddy.
I win. Destructible stamp. Until next time, guys, thanks for playing, and now I gotta get to work. Can you smell what Dad is cooking? It's probably delicious. Take all that misguided pink angst and aim it at Machine Gun Kelly, because he deserves it. So these are super bendy. I knew a girl like this once. You're the Viagra to my impotence. Wait, don't put that one in there. Hello?
Hi, this is Sandy, and I'm giving you a call from the dealer service center. We recently noticed that your car's extended